And I want to tell you about this stone, Ed, called blue sandstone. Now, Ed, I got this bit, Ed, free with another purchase, and it really surprised me at the energy field. This, Ed, is a what they call a man-made stone, and that it doesn't naturally exist in this form. They blow up at some other naturally existing material with copper, mica, and all of that, and then they come up with this uh, you know looks like the night sky. It's very very pretty, Ed, and you'd think, Ed, that it would have no energy effect or something because it's man-made or whatever, but in fact, Ed, it is a thing of note, Ed, that and this is actually a very powerful stone. I'll tell you why. Back in 2005, 2006, Ed, when I was traveling a lot, I went into the shop, Ed, wanting some relief because, Ed, my energy field was getting attention from all directions. This was the time, Ed, that I had first seen you in my meditation, and I was carrying that, and I didn't know, Ed, how to keep my energy field subdued in public, and I didn't know that. Even now, Ed, I have a lot of difficulty, which is why I don't go out in public at all. Now, most humans that don't know, Ed, that this is what is happening to them in public and why they are being so drained, and it's called all kinds of other syndromes. But basically, it's that a living energy field that attracts a lot of vampirical energy, and there's no other way to put it but that. A lot of jealousy, and people look at you like you look normal, you look like anybody else, and maybe worse than most others. So why is it, that why is this attraction? It is simply the attraction of a low energy body looking at an energy source. That's simple. So, and I go into the shop and I saw a necklace of beads of this stone, and I just got it on instinct and wore it. And I used to call it my invisibility stone because it gave me a kind of invisibility. And I never really understood it, but I wore it for a few years, and then I got lost somewhere along the way. But yes, and I'll tell you why. And now I understood when I got this energy field, Ed, of this stone is unlike the stones that have been formed, Ed, naturally over a long period of time. I won't say long period of time, Ed, but I would say through multiple layers of time. That have been compressed, and reached their current state. That's because, Ed, they have a center and a circumference. Now this one, Ed, it doesn't have a center and a circumference, its energy field. It simply, Ed, is multiple small energy fields glued together. And Ed, I'll tell you why this is a particularly important stone of our times. That is because the fake bodies are actually no center and circumference, but many pieces of elements and substances all glued together or held together in a very very light magnetism. If there's one huge difference between a living human and a fake soulless human, it's that the soul human has an actual center which holds the body together in a magnetism that is bigger than the individual energy parts, whereas the fake human is made up of the parts, and this Ed is made up of parts. And Ed, it's like when you wear this, it's like the it's like this is recognized by the fakes as like them. You know what I mean? The separate parts have separate energies, and all that just held together with a rather weak magnetic hold, and that's just like them. And that, Ed, it actually gives us a kind of invisibility. And I'll tell you, the amazing thing that I saw is that, technically speaking, every crystal that we have, Ed, started out like this, even the natural ones. Whether it's done by God or whether it's done by man, whatever it is, when there is the dissolution of an energy field and the reconstitution of an energy field, it will take on at the strongest energy that is around. And eventually that strongest energy is always God. So every crystal and every body, everything in the universe started off like this. Nothing but a lightly held together concoction of things from different energies being held together. This is how it all started off. So it's got that kind of a basic demagnetization kind of effect, Ed. Like just starting out energy. I think that's a nice energy, Ed, to have, to stay light. For people, Ed, who are heavy, heavy, Ed. Humans are heavy. We are heavy with feelings. We're heavy, Ed. All humans, all souls are naturally just filled, Ed, with so much. And when we go out in public, Ed, we come across like flakes. The soulless are they're like flakes, Ed. They're like shallow, nothing. And that contrast is very high. And it's also very difficult for us, Ed, sometimes to deal with, because we are so deep and so wide and so high, and they are like, just empty. So this, Ed, can actually kind of help us just stay very, very light in the moment when we need to. And yeah, for all those reasons, it's a very interesting and useful stone, Ed. It's called blue sandstone, and there's another variety, Ed, which is hold on, here you go. It's called Goldstone, Ed. It's the same thing pretty much, with copper more than anything else. And it's just like a lot of copper, and it's actually got a very nice energy. And it used to be popular, apparently, the Western countries in the 1970s or 60s or something, Ed.